The Oscars, Hollywood's biggest night, when movie stars and other celebrities gather to celebrate the best of the past year's movies. The ceremony's probably going to look a lot different this year, but that doesn't mean you can't still watch a bunch of celebrities get together on a very special night. Let's do that together, shall we, and examine the video for Michael Jackson's Liberian Girl.
Then I'm writing a song about Liberian Girl, about a Liberian girl. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about all my projects.
Liberian Girl is the fourth track from Jackson's seminal 1987 album Bad. According to Michael, he had the idea for the song suddenly one day and immediately made a demo.
Is there a Liberian girl in your life?
No, I wrote that at my house in the game room. I guess I was playing some pinball or something. And the song just popped in my head. And I think I ran upstairs, put it on tape. And it became Liberian Girl. Same thing with We Are the World, We Are the Children.
Michael Jackson's fans in Liberia loved the song. I was a little worried that there was going to be some kind of backlash or controversy for insensitivity, but I was pleasantly surprised when I learned that the citizens loved it. When the music came out, the Liberian girls were so astonished to hear a great musician like Michael Jackson thinking about a little country in Africa. It gave us hope, especially when things went bad. Surprisingly, info on this song is pretty thin on the ground, so what do you say we just move on to the video?
Exactly which Michael Jackson are we talking about anyway?
The song details Michael's love affair with a Liberian girl, so naturally the video starts by following the titular girl, played by Beverly Johnson, standing outside of a cafe. We then see a slate clap, and the video goes into bright color.
It's a total fabrication. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer.
We pull back to see the studio set, where dancers rehearse.
You know something would be a blast if Michael asked me to dance.
I want to go to there.
We then meet a diverse cross-section of Michael's famous friends. To save myself some time, here's a full list of the celebrity cameos. To quote John Landis, something that I don't enjoy doing, Mike had an insane range of acquaintances. He was a passionate Hollywood film buff.
But my real award was the next day after the show when Fred Astaire called my house. He said, I saw the show last night, I taped it, I watched it twice this morning. And he said, you were incredible, you're a hell of a mover. And I said, God, thank you, it's so wonderful for you to say that because I think you're the best.
34 Hollywood A-listers appear, which is staggering for a 3.5-minute music video. It's like the MTV version of The Player. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg shows up again. Hey, you like Grease?
I love you.
Wow, even in a 10-second appearance, John Travolta's really overacting.
Also from the Cosby Kids. And, there's the guy in L.A. Law, see? And, there's the Incredible Hulk.
This is clearly how they want you to react, audience. Finally, we have Carl Weathers and Billy D. Williams in the same place at the same time. Confirmation. All of the celebrities probably appeared for free just to be in a Michael Jackson video, but I like to imagine that Michael had to call in a bunch of favors.
I was just wondering how you'd feel about my doing a parody of Beat It called, Eat It.
Do you think you could be in the studio on Thursday? You get it. 'Cause he's a magician and he's floating? You get it, right? A through line of the video is that everyone in the studio is anxiously waiting for Michael to show up. You see, Mike has been mysteriously absent from the film shoot, and no one has any idea what the video is even supposed to be.
Hey, where's Michael?
But then, at the very end, Michael flies down on a camera crane to the absolute delight of the entire room. We can all see him, Richard. You don't have to point him out.
Oh, Mike!
My thoughts exactly, Dan. The video seems entirely disconnected from the song. Except for the little tease at the beginning, there's no hint at all as to what the celebrity cameos have to do with Liberian girls, or even a love story for that matter. He does mention that her love changed his world, just like in the movies, so maybe that's the connection? It also seems like they want to downplay the song itself. The crew filmed all the actors' lines and would place the dialogue over the music, almost completely drowning it out for long stretches. That's how you know they're really confident in the song, constantly talking over it. You know how a lot of music videos do that little tease at the beginning to ease you into the song? For first-time viewers, the whole video seems like that tease, but the song just keeps constantly playing quietly in the background, never taking full focus. This gives the viewer anxiety, a lot like those scenes in movies where a character will say that they better get going, but the scene lingers on, and they never quite make it out the door. How they felt that this would help sell a Michael Jackson song is beyond me. And the dialogue isn't even that good. Who wrote this stuff?
Rob Schneider. You can do it!
Making copies.
I'm a carrot.
That explains things.
Who's directing this?
No, it was actually James Yukich, director of hundreds of videos and concert films. He was the go-to director for Phil Collins and Genesis, Debbie Gibson, Gloria Estefan, and dozens of other artists. I also noticed something strange in all the videos he directs. He will put the behind-the-scenes footage from the shoot into the video itself, even if it doesn't warrant it. Here it is in Jesus He Knows Me, here it is in Electric Youth, here it is in I Can't Dance. It just keeps happening. So obviously he loves the behind-the-scenes world of the music video.
I can direct videos, man.
The song became an instant hit, making it all the way up to #1 in Ireland. The song never came out as a single in the US. The video was filmed to coincide with the song's overseas release 2 years after the album debuted. He released it in Europe. I was really pissed because I thought that after we shot it, Michael loved it. Those are pretty big stars in that day, and I thought we all did a pretty good job, and it was great, it was funny, it was the kind of style and stuff that I've done for years, and for them to not release it was devastating, because the only people who saw were people who saw our demo reel, and they'd say, "What happened to this?" You know, you almost feel embarrassed, like it wasn't a hit or something, but it was never released here.
Today is a bad day for a lot of music fans, and that should make it a very good day at record stores all over the country.
It might just have been bad fatigue. The album was certified diamond, and 7 of its singles hit the top 20, so the record label was probably willing to pass on the single. It had also been 2 years since Bad came out, so it may have also been hesitation to keep mining for every dollar they could get from it so long after its initial release. This may not be the worst video that I've covered on the show so far, but it really does seem like the laziest. It's cool to see so many stars in the same place, but that's the sole appeal. There's no high concept that draws the actors together, and it's the least interesting behind-the-scenes look at the art of the music video ever. It nearly reaches adaptation levels of filmmaker with no other ideas makes a film about filmmakers with no other ideas making a film.
Drum roll, please. I'm gonna be a screenwriter, like you.
And celebrity cameos aren't going to make up for the lack of interesting content. Isn't that right, friend of the show Nicolas Cage?
That's high praise.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I always appreciate people liking and sharing my videos. If you find any terrible music videos that you're desperate for me to cover, drop them in the comments. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap.